Yeah, good morning, everyone. So yesterday we saw US market bouncing back, uh, mainly driven by good corporate results over there. Apart from that, the concern over Taiwan, where Pelosi has visited Taiwan yesterday. Uh, the status is like the fight is for semiconductor. Taiwan is a hub for supplying semiconductor to the world. Almost around 53% of the world requirement is fed by Taiwan. And even if we go for high-end semiconductors, then almost 90% is been supplied by Taiwan. And there is a correlation between China and Taiwan in respect of raw material and finished goods. The key raw material, that is silicon, sand for that is being supplied by China to Taiwan. Almost around 60% of the requirement of silicon is being met from China, whereas the semiconductor is supplied by Taiwan to China. So there is an interdependency a lot to that extent. So people expect that China may not go for any harsh action against Taiwan. And as such, market is saying not taking this event as very seriously as initially expected. Apart from that, the positiveness of US is also getting translated into Asia. Asian markets are indicating positive trend. But the commodities, that is oil, is down by almost around $2.5 to $3 from yesterday level, mainly on account of OPEC saying increasing the production by around 1 lakh barrel. And last week we saw increasing inventory in the US, which started bringing down the oil prices, and this has further supported the decline in the oil prices. But apart from that, even the other commodities like iron ore is down by around 3%, and steel is also down by around 2%. That is mainly because yesterday we saw dollar index moving up, and today we are seeing some softness in dollar index, but still higher at around 106.4. So overall seems more of a positive trend for India as well, and likely to see positiveness in Indian market as well. And I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yes, thank you for good morning, Anupal. This is Martin. Today, the market is likely to open on a positive note, and we might see some sideways momentum during the day. Upside, we are witnessing that the Nifty is well placed above 200 DMA from the last four trading session, which gives a positive signal. But on the higher side, 17,500, 37,540 will act as a strong resistance level for the Nifty. If it surpasses that level, then this pullback rally is likely to be continued towards 17,600 to 800 levels on the downside. Whereas on the downside, for the today intraday purpose, the support will be placed at 17,340. Any move below that level, we expect a profit booking might come towards, which might take a Nifty towards 17,270 to 17,200 levels. The overall view will remain a positive, but the profit booking cannot be denied at the higher level since we have witnessed the at this stage momentum in the Nifty from 16,300 to 17,400 level mark. So, as of now, those who are having any long positions, they can hold on but maintain the strict stop losses of the 17,000 levels on the Nifty end and carry your long positions. Coming towards the Bank Nifty is well placed above all the important moving averages. Also, the interesting fact that it is well placed above 38,000 psychological mark, which gives her some sort of a positive strength into the banking indices. But yesterday we have noticed that the Nifty somehow not able to surpass the previous day high, which comes to it around 38,000 to 230 levels. If today it surpasses that level, then this momentum rally is likely to be continued towards 38,400 to 600 levels on the higher side. Whereas on the downside, 37,700 is the first support level. Any move below that level, we are likely to witness a profit booking, which might take a Bank Nifty towards 37,500 to 37,000 levels on the downsides. Uh, Coming towards the Nifty Finance services, 17,347 or 17,420 are the immediate resistance level we need to keep eye on it. Whereas on a downside, 17,150 and 17,000 levels are the crucial support level for the Nifty Finance. Stock specific as of now, Apollo Tyre really looks good. Even from yesterday also, I pitched the same stock. The rally is likely to be continued at the higher levels. The stock as of now just hovering at around 222 levels. I believe the strength is intact on the technical front, so the upside likely to be seen in the coming trading session towards to 245 levels. So those who have missed out the rally in the last 2 days, again they have an opportunity to buy at the CMP. Stop loss can be kept at 215 for a target of 245. I think that's it from my end. I request derivative guys to take a call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Swati. So, from the last couple of days, we are seeing, open interest being low. But for Nifty, the VIX was an important criteria. It is still an important criteria. 18.4, VIX is stable, but it has come up from, 16 and a half, about 10 odd percentage points. So that is one area of concern. It should reduce. It has reduced yesterday. It should continue to reduce for a sustainable rally. The PCR is now coming to comfortable levels from 1.5 odd to 1.25 odd now. So nothing to worry from the PCR front. Also, a good sign is the base has shifted upwards finally. From 16,500 put strike, the highest put base now has shifted to 17,000, which it should have, a couple of days back, but, better late than never. So now 17,000 becomes the highest put base. And, it does tell us that it is likely to be a strong support on the downside in case of any fall. Even 17,200 has witnessed good amount of open interest built up. And that also becomes a good base for the Nifty. So, all in all, you have good support around 17,200 and 17,000 strikes. And that tells us that this rally might continue. And it can continue towards the 17,500, 17,550 odd levels. So even today, we expect some more buying now to come in. Some resistance will come in around 17,500, 550 odd levels. Some profit booking can come in there. But all in all, a good day is expected. Once we cross above the 17,500 levels, only then we'll have to see the open interest, how it shapes up, and the data. The VIX needs to come down. If it doesn't come down, probably in the coming days, you will see the profit booking that everyone is expecting to come in, but probably not this week. Now, from the stock specific front, IT continues to do well, and IT sector is one sector where we believe some more upside is left. So continue to buy stocks in the IT sector, Infosys, TCS, and the others. The smaller caps like Oracle Finance, LTTS, Mindtree, these will also come up as well. So look out for the same. That's it from my side. I'd like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Good morning. AU Small Finance Bank has opened its QIP to raise up to 2,000 crores. The floor price is set at 591 rupees, and the price range offered is 570 to 590. This is at a slight discount of around 3 to 6% discount to yesterday's closing price. This will lead to a book value per share increasing by 14%, total shares increasing by 5%, while the ROE will come down by around 2 percentage points to 20 basis points. And on the whole, the EPS will remain what it is before the QIP. So no material impact on the stock. It is neutral for AU SFB, and the stock remains decent business with 20-25% kind of compounding possibility going forward. On the results front, Aditya Birla Capital result has improved. Performance of most segments like NBFC, housing finance, and all the insurance companies performed well. However, the asset management side, the mutual fund market share continues to decline, and profits had also declined by 33% sequentially. So although result has improved, but short-term performance can also be good for the stock, but longer term there is still question mark. BSE result declined. The sales were lower by 9% sequentially, and 18 EBITDA down by 18%. So neutral on the stock. Mass Financial result is marginally above expectation. Although on the whole P&L parameters, the result was in line with expectation, but the disbursement and AUM growth was above our expectation. Disbursement grew by 10% sequentially over a strong Q4. So Q1 is typically seasonally weak, but still the performance was further improved, and that resulted in loan book growing by 7% quarter on quarter and 29% year on year. For the full year, though, we expect that the loan book will increase by around 25-26%. This 29% seems to be partly also magnified because of lower base last year, because since these microfinance companies had stopped disbursements because of the second wave of COVID, so the base was low. On all asset quality parameters were stable. Net NPA remains low at 1.6%, and restructured book is one of the lowest among MFI players at just 0.3%. We remain positive, and stock should do well from here. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Birlasoft has posted inline set of numbers for the quarter. Dollar revenue came in at $148 million versus QOQ of 146 million. TCV for the quarter came at $185 million. Of this, net new deal was $112 million. EBITDA margins came in at 14.7% versus QOQ of 15.8%. Delay in revenue from 2 clients had led to the impact in revenue. Of this, one client revenue has started coming in. Q2, the company will have impact of wage hike, which is expected to be 2.5 to 3% of the sales. Overall, management expects EBIT margins to be flat for next quarter, QOQ, and improve from Q3 onwards. Management has not given any guidance on the growth terms, however, has kept the internal growth plans same. Lower margins in Q4 would lower the full year EBITDA margin estimate of 15.6%. Outlook is neutral. Inox Leisure has posted above expectation numbers for the quarter, with revenue coming in at 582 crores versus expectation of 535 crore. EBITDA margin came in at 36.1% versus expectation of 27.1%. Stock is trading at 31.7 times FY24 EPS. First Source has posted below expectation numbers for the quarter, both on the revenue and the margin front. Stock is trading at a PE of 10.9 times FY24 EPS. Redington has posted above expectation numbers for the quarter. Revenue came at rupees 16,803 crore, and EBITDA came in at 461 crore. Stock is trading at 7.3 times FY24 EPS. Thank you.
Can I take? Yeah. First of all, update on sugar. Cabinet has increased the FRP, that is minimum support price for cane at by around 15 rupees to 305 per quintal. This is not likely to have any impact on most of the sugar company which are based out of UP, because there they pay SAP, which is at 350 rupees, which is much higher than the FRP, which has been increased now. And also, we do not expect any SAP increase in the current year, because last year also we saw 25 rupees increase in the SAP, which was substantial, and that too after 3-4 years the state government increased. So don't expect further increase from here in the sugarcane prices for the UP mills. So this will have a neutral impact. Then tire company C8 in their con call said that August, they may be increasing price substantially. So there is a possibility of increase in the tire prices in the current month. So that can act as positive for tire companies. Our technical team is bullish continuously on the tire company, specifically Apollo Tire. Apart from that, Devyani International came up with the numbers, and in the con call also the management sounded positive. They have around 1,000 stores. Devyani International runs KFC and Pizza Hut and Costa Coffee, and they have right now around 1,080 stores, and in last quarter they added 70 stores, and they are planning to double it in next 4 years. The business model is running very smoothly in last 4 quarters. Their gross margin and EBITDA margins are stable. And also the business model is like that they don't need much working capital. It's a negative working capital business. And also the capex per store is the only investment which they need to make. So and there is a consistent increase in the demand for these their products. And the penetration level is quite low still in India. So there is enough scope for increase in the business from here, and which is happening. And Devyani is the best place to take the advantage of this. What we see that though the valuation continue to remain high at around 25 times EV by EBITDA for FY24, there is a consistent steady around 15 to 25% CAGR growth in this company. So the people who are looking for investment from the perspective of 3 to 5 years can continue to remain bullish on this and invest at current price also. So Devyani looks quite positive from here from a long-term investment perspective. Gujarat Gas came up with the numbers, and numbers were below expectations. In fact, the expectations was that they will be impacted because of the high gas prices, and also people are switching to substitute product as compared to the natural gas. So that has impacted their performance, and margin came off to 11.4% versus expectation of 13.1%. So below expectations. Lupin has come up with very bad numbers again. This time US business got impacted substantially. Their revenue declined by almost around 24% year on year in the US. Company had said that they had done some inventory cleanup or adjustment in this quarter, and that's why this impact has come. We need to know more about that. But apart from that, the price corrections in the US market is also high, and that is also impacting Lupin. Domestic business, that is India business, also declined, but that is mainly because last year there was a benefit of COVID drug, and which is not there right now. So that's why the US India business has declined. But overall, company reported very poor performance with a EBITDA margin of just 4.9%. Versus expectation of 10%, and last quarter 5.8%, and last year 21%. And company reported loss in this quarter. So outlook seems negative. PI industry has reported number, and that they had reported good numbers again, growing by almost 30% year on year, and ahead of expectations. And EBITDA margin also came up higher than expectation at 22.4% versus expectation of 21.6. So stock is trading at around 36 times, so which is pricing the good performance. But we had seen in last many years that PI continue to perform very well and consistently giving good performance, and which is getting reflected in this result also. So outlook remain positive for PI industry from a long-term perspective. Mahima, you have any results, or should I continue for the?
No, sir, you can continue.
Okay, fine. So results for 6th August. So Amra Raja battery is likely to report number. We had seen that Exide industry came up with comparatively better numbers. So Amara Raja can also report a better number in this quarter. Then Marico is likely to report numbers are likely to be okay. Year-on-year growth in sales is expected at just around 2%. So that is very low growth expected in this quarter, and EBITDA margins are likely to remain stable year-on-year at around 20%. So more of a okay set of number for Marico Industries. Then FLA India is likely to report number here. They are likely to maintain their consistency in performance and likely to grow by around 5% quarter on quarter, and EBITDA margin is stable. So improved set of number from FLA India. Bidla Corp is likely to report number. The numbers are likely to be okay. The EBITDA per ton is likely to decline by around 50 rupees in this quarter on quarter, and volume is likely to remain come off by volume is likely to increase by around 18% year on year, but decline by around 12% quarter on quarter. So numbers are likely to be more of a okay set of number. The EBITDA per ton decline is comparatively better than other companies. Then State Bank is likely to report number. We had seen most of the bank are coming up with very good numbers. So here again, the expectation is that State Bank can come up with good numbers. Then West Coast Paper is likely to report number. We had seen most of the paper company has reported extraordinarily good numbers. So this this can continue with the West Coast Paper as well. Then Bharat BPCL is likely to report number, and here the numbers are expected to show declining trend. So that's all from us. Now I'll request commodity team to take up from here.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. Gold prices are likely to head on a higher side. So buying on dips is recommended. At present, we are witnessing range bound movement from 51,800 to 500. But however, buying on dips is recommended. 51,600 to 550 is a good level to enter long. Else, if prices sustain above 51,800, then fresh buying could be witnessed, which will test 52,000 on higher side. Similarly, silver also looks attractive. 57,500, 57,000 is a good support area. So 57,500, 550 good levels to enter long. Prices again can test 58,500, 58,800 on the higher side. Crude is weak below 73.50. So on a bounce, sell on rise is recommended with a stop loss of 7,400. Prices can test 71.50. Natural gas looks good. However, it is opened gapped up. So we recommend to buy around 640, 635 levels. Wait for a correction. Prices can test again 670, 680 levels in coming days. Metals, a bit sideways movement is there. So copper is trading in a range from 636 to 648. So buying around 636 could be recommended. Zinc looks good. 295, 294 good level to enter long, and one can keep a stop loss of 292. Prices again can test 298, 99 levels. So that's it from me. Ria should take over from here.
Hello, good morning, everyone. So on the currency front, we have two major events lined up. Today will be the Bank of England rate that will be coming in, and even RBI starts it MPC meet today. So by tomorrow we'll get to know what will be the RBI stand on the coming MPC meet? If you look at the dollar index, it has taken quite a turn from the lows. And why this has happened? Because if you look at the current statements that have come from the Fed, five Fed representatives have given a very hawkish stand. So this has uh, sent in a more hawkish sentiment among the market, which if you notice after the recent MPC meet was taking the current FOMC meet very lightly and was figuring out that perhaps Fed will be taking a pause or will slower the rate. But of course, once all the five representatives have come out and said that there is still so much to be done in order to get the inflation under control, have sent jitters among the sentiment in the market. And this is also one of the reason why we are seeing such a shoot in into the dollar index as well. As far as Bank of England is concerned, I think taking into consideration the inflation numbers that the UK is posting, it is continuously above the 9% levels. The labor market is quite tight there. Also, if you look at the inflationary pressures, I think it will continue to be persistent, because even after doing five continuous rate hikes of 25 bips, there is not much of a dent that has happened into the inflation numbers. And going forward, I think a more aggressive stand needs to be taken by the Bank of England in order to get the headline inflation under control. And we can see this time they going for a 50 bips rate hike. So I think that's on the news side. Talking about the market open, well, it did open on a higher note. USD INR has given a positive open at 79.48, and I think 79.62 is a very major intraday resistance. Once it surpasses that, we could see USD INR testing the levels of 79.82 into the intraday sessions. So one could go long into the USD INR above the level of 79.62 for a target of 79.82. You can keep SL at 79.37, which is the low of the day. For the other pairs, a risky move, but you can go long into the GBP INR above the level of 96.65 for a target of 96.95 with a stop loss at 96.48. For JPYNR, I think it will be on the weaker to consolidated range, so one should stay away from it. For Euro INR, what you can see is 81 acting as a very strong resistance. So once it surpasses that, you can go for a target long into the Euro INR for a target of 81.32 with the stop loss at 80.88. So also, if one you can also do call options in USD INR. 79.25 is a very good strike rate to go forward with. So 12th August 79.25 call, also you can act into it once it surpasses the resistance for the day of 79.62. You can go long into the USD INR 79.25 call of 12th August 2022 expiry. So that's all on the currency side.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.